Hello and welcome to the Rose Rehash. Tonight I'm going to do a live stream of the Golden Bachelor hometown episode, and then I'm going to do a recap of the episode. So enjoy the live stream, and I'll be back with a recap. Here we go. One man, three women, three families who had no intentions of ever going on TV. Let's do it. So we start in Los Angeles. Mel is going to do his nationwide journey to meet all the families. And good thing he dressed in his most scary, I'm going to your home to pick up any immigrant that might not have the proper paperwork look. My God. Mel, you're meeting their children. You're not going to, teach them about cigarette smoking and how it's bad for their body. He looks like he's about to do a Scared Straight episode. Mel, take off the rec specs. Let's get it a little dressed down. Maybe he's got the bracelets on, so at least they'll know he's spiritual. This is literally nobody's experience going to LAX ever. Nobody has ever walked in with a single bag, just easy peasy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. This is not what LAX is like. LAX is being stuck in traffic that's a little too far away to walk, but just close enough to make you think, oh my God, I'm going to miss my flight because I was stuck in traffic 30 feet away from the airport. Nobody has ever breezed in like this. Take out your laptops. You're going to have to take off your belts. Any change in your pocket, put it in the bin. Sir, take off the bracelets. I get it. You're a spiritual guy. You want to show women that you're recently divorced and you like to let your freak flag fly. I get it. I like to hike. I like going outdoors, getting some fresh air. But the bracelets gotta come off. All 50 of them. Yes, even the wooden ones. They have a metallic clasp. Take off the bracelets. I'm talking to you, Frankenstein. I'm talking to you, Tommy Bahama. Come on, Herman Munster. Take off the bracelets. Let's go, old man with a good body but an old face. I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm looking right at you. The bracelets gotta come off. I get it, Hollywood. You're the Bachelor. But right now, you're in my house. Mel makes no attempt to be relatable whatsoever. Look how he flies. He's flying while eating an apple and reading a book. I assume I have nothing in common with apple-eating book reader on a flight. Also, he's not only pissed off me and the pig community, the people who disinfect every inch of the seat, they're looking at him being like, he put the apple directly on the table? No napkin underneath? They're out too. And the disinfectant people are more likely to like the apple guy who reads than I am, and they're out. So Mel has really ostracized himself from the full community of people who would watch this show. Not only is he reading a book, but he's highlighted quotes in the book. So he's rereading a book to go back to quotes that he liked. Oh, can you imagine being stuck next to this guy? Crunching on an apple, looking at you being like, hey, this motivational quote might help you out a little bit. No, I'm out. I'm moving seats. So we're in Vegas with Peg to go to her firehouse where she works. This whole scene looks like a photo shoot from FHM magazine. She's on the truck. She's doing the pole dance. Look at Mel gives her absolutely nothing to the pole dance move. Mel, you can't be like, that's hilarious. You can't laugh. He's like, I'm wearing a lot of bracelets, okay? Bring the attention over here. I got a joke to tell. Forget your fun pole dancing thing. Peg introduced Mel to the rest of the firehouse. No one even comes over and shakes his hand. Wouldn't one guy be like, hey, Mel, great to meet you? They all look like they think being on The Bachelor will somehow make them gay or something. They're like, yeah, we're just cooking for tonight. Good luck with everything. No apples over here, so stay over there. We heard you're a big apple guy. We're doing some fries and stuff like real men. Peg is showing them around the firehouse. Why are they doing like a fireman's workout? Is that something they have to do? Do they have to like do fireman stuff during the day with like kettlebells? Is that a class, or is that like, I didn't know this was part of being a firefighter, that like part of the day, some of you, they're like, put on your winter coats and your gloves. You got to be ready to get a cat out of a tree with some kettlebells. This looks like the hardest workout anyone's ever done. Peg is part of the bomb squad, so she shows him the bomb robot. Mel looks at it like, is that going to take my job as the assistant high school linebacker coach? Does it know how to shed a tackle? Oh, God, I'm so afraid of AI. Peg is really the best audience ever. She laughs at every 3-word sentence Mel says. So they have a nice little chat on the back of a fire truck, and I get it. They're doing like the, look at this, look how cute it is. We're having a 1950s date, but they choose the most uncomfortable places for them to sit. Like, by the middle of this, my left cheek would be numb. I'd need to stand, shake my leg out. I wouldn't like the position I was in. I have to turn awkwardly. My gut would be out. Can they get them like a regular table with chairs to have like a hang?
I'm not looking for the fireworks because I had the fireworks and they don't work. I'm looking for a fireplace, kind of like with slow burn.
Look at Mel trying to decipher what she just said. She's like, I'm not looking for the fireworks. I want the fireplace, which means she wants it to burn for a long time. She doesn't want just an explosion and then nothing. But it looks like Mel is trying to do the Pythagorean theorem in his head. He's like, does the fireplace still get blown? Is there still blowjobs in a fireplace? I need you to explain that a little bit more. So then Peg is bringing Mel to her family's house, and they're walking along like, he kind of looks like he had a stroke recently, and she's like helping him walk around the neighborhood for the first time.
Anything like her?
And he says it's going to be a party, and they go to this house, and look at the family. Nobody helped Mom with her hair. I mean, this guy's got to look at her and go, Mom, let me fix you up a little bit. Someone spit in their hand and zhuzh Mom up. I mean, they just get Mom out of bed?
I've watched the show for 20 years.
Yeah, did you watch from bed? Mom, they got to help her out. Or maybe it's the angle. Yeah, because you got to help. She looks like she just got electrocuted. There they are, and yes, Mom, someone finally helped her out. She looks great there. That's what we needed. She got a little zhuzh. And then they come in, and then they just stare at everyone from 6 feet away. This is so weird. Mel, unhook from Peg and go shake someone's hand. What are you, a 10-year-old? They're just standing there staring at them. No one goes up. Someone go say hello to someone. Go hug your mom, Peg. Finally, the daughter makes a move.
My daughter Dakota
and the first hug goes to Mel. Look at that.
My mom.
And then the boyfriend gets a hug. I mean, bring Mom to the front, Dorothy. And here's Peg's brother standing off awkwardly, smiling at everyone. I love hometowns. It is so uncomfortable. The daughter asks how her mom got out of the limo. And he's like, you have no idea. I think we all have kind of an idea. She's a firefighter who diffuses bombs. Probably something to do with that. Now Mel's telling his big story. Look at the mom. She's like, okay, here's your big chance. Mom looks like she's going to be a tough audience.
She's going, get back.
He's telling his big story.
Look up, I see someone come out of a limousine, gorgeous blonde. Right?
Oh, Mom did not like that. She's like, so all she is a gorgeous blonde to you? You didn't get to know her a little bit? That's all you see is a blonde bombshell? For your pleasures?
I go,
Look
wow. Yeah.
Everyone's laughing. The mom gave him nothing. That is concern. That is not someone who enjoyed Mel's story that he just told. That is not. That is someone wondering what the hell this stranger is doing here and what does he want from my daughter. Here's Peg's brother, and he's going to get to know Mel. What better way to get to know a guy than having an ice cold pint glass of water? Just two men and a couple of waters. Like it just
is that person. I
don't know how much bonding they could do with those waters and those IKEA chairs. The brother says Peg's had a tough time with love.
And a lot of them, I don't think we're able to hold her and love her and just be kind. Are you capable of doing those things? I mean, have you done
that? Is how easy it is to talk to the men when you do the family trip on The Bachelor. He just asked him if he's capable of loving her, holding her, and being kind. Mel's like, I think I can do those three things. What's he going to say? No. Be kind? Well, you're really asking for a lot, Peg's brother. Peg sits with the mom.
I don't open my heart up easily. Yeah.
I can't blame you.
She says she doesn't open her heart up easily, and then the mom says, I can't blame you. She's like, I went out with Phil 2 weeks ago. He still hasn't texted me. You think you'd go out with someone and have a nice time. You'd write back to them and say, hey, how you been? How was your morning? How's your week been? These men are all the same. I'll take that Mel by the balls and I'll crush him, I tell you.
Right.
And then they have a nice laugh.
Process, I could be engaged.
I know. How do you feel about
You
that?
watch this. You know this.
I know that.
Okay, Peg's mom is a Bachelor
You know
super
exactly
fan.
What happens?
Would you say yes?
I think I would say yes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, so he has to.
Look at that's a very mom head nod. Would you say yes? And then she just nods and doesn't say a word. Oh, that's fun to hear. Nothing when you say, yeah, I would say yes to an engagement. Oh. Now Mel sits with Peg's daughter. This is the real test. No more waters. We're having a beer, and you're going to get a lot of hard questions.
I'm going to tell you why, because I love her spirit.
He says, I love her spirit. And then she goes, what about your spirit?
What
about her energy?
Well, it's alive.
Oh, Mel, you're done. This is over. He just went from spirit to energy to alive. He's like, please just let me bang your mom. She's got spirit, okay? I don't know what that means, but just accept it, and please stop asking me to explain these vague words that help me to get closer to banging your mom. She's hot, and she seems like she'd be fun in bed. Please, just stop asking these difficult questions. Watch the daughter's reaction to Alive.
Right?
Yeah, she's not buying it. She was like, okay, yeah, this is someone who didn't read the book trying to give the book report. He's got no answers. He barely even knows her. She is not into these answers. And Mel thinks he did pretty okay. He's like, I said spirit. I said alive. Women usually like those vague words.
So, are you in love with my mom? Have you told her that you love her?
Now
I'm
it's
not in love with your mom
Okay.
yet.
yet. It could be. Okay.
Okay.
Not yet, but maybe. I'm going to have to see her naked first, so that could happen. Mel is failing this daughter date.
I mean, we're looking at...
I don't know.
I don't know. That is the face of a daughter who ain't buying it. Questions from the daughter were so difficult with Mel that they do a long shot of the breakup bench. They're like, yeah, we got to put it outside. It might be happening.
Right this second.
He might just give up on this one after this conversation. I mean, they're having a high-level debate. Mel has 2 sons. He's never seen anything like this. This girl has been at a brunch and has looked at texts and has told a friend, hey, we got to rethink this engagement. You can tell this is a pro dealing with an amateur. He asks how serious he is.
Are you actually, wanting to, have a lifelong partner and build a life together?
Listen to this
I
answer.
was married for over 20 years, and I like being married. Okay. I like the partnership.
I liked it. He talks about marriage like it's like a Hyundai he used to own. No, I liked the Elantra. I liked the back seat. I liked the mileage. I just, we want to make sure we get in the new Elantra to see what it's like. I want to be inside of the Elantra. I want to touch its titties a little bit. She says she's been through a lot. How do you ensure her that it's going to be okay?
Well, all I can tell you is I'll do my best.
Hey, Mel, you don't tell the daughter of the woman you're trying to be with that you'll do your best to not hurt her feelings. Yeah, I'll try. I can do my best. I can't make any promises, but, her feelings get hurt. I'll do my best. And then the daughter's, okay, cool, fun. Okay, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of tears in a couple weeks. She's like preparing the house for a Shiva call. She's like, yeah, we're going to, this might be in hospice right now.
Answers are not necessarily what I needed to hear for where they're at in this process.
Peg's daughter should start a business where she interrogates boyfriends that were brought home to meet the family. Like, she just cracked this thing wide open. She just took a man and showed the world what he's into and how serious he is. I mean, this was like a star attorney interrogating a witness. This was an unbelievable job. She should go on Shark Tank. She should be the boyfriend interrogator. Just get the Instagram going now, Peg's daughter. Mel says his goodbye and listen to the grandmama.
Into your home, and hopefully
she tries to one last shot.
Treat her kind and love her to the end of time.
Thanks, you guys.
He doesn't even flinch. He's like, okay, cool, Nana. Yeah, I'll love her until the end of this episode, and then we'll see. We'll see what the other women kind of bring to the table. But, yeah, okay, see ya. He didn't even flinch at her love her till the end of time thing. He's like, bye, everyone. Bye, Nana. Hopefully you're still alive, but
is meeting the families. And
good luck. Look at this guy did nothing. The boyfriend didn't even shave for this. I mean, that's who Mel should have spoken to, this guy. He would have loved to have talked to him. That guy would have been like, so do you smoke weed? Because I got gummies if you want one. The hometown date ends and Mel goes in for a big old kiss. He's like, your daughter's going to say that I was pretty vague about our relationship and that I didn't really have a lot to say about you. But remember this. Remember this kiss. Remember these strong hands on your neck. Because you seem like the type that would kind of like that a little bit. So just remember that when your daughter gives a very iffy report from our conversation. So Debbie's hometown date is in Denver, Colorado. They're going to do the nature thing.
So excited to be back.
She's 65 years young, never married, no kids. All she talks about is how she never brings a guy home, and it's been so long since she's had someone, and she's totally cool being single, and everything's going to be great, but she's never found love. It's this weird roller coaster with Debbie where we go from the happiest to the saddest that you've ever heard someone talk about themselves. They're amazing, but they have a lot of hopelessness. That is Debbie's whole thing. I bet you there's a ton of animals out there that they could see. Let's see. I'm sure there's got to be an animal. Debbie? Yeah, I know Debbie. Debbie walks more than anyone I've ever seen. Ooh. She's on these trails into the night, right around when I'm waking up. Ooh. And she's, if I'm going to be honest, a little aggressive. She's a little bit mean. She'll pass people. She'll go, on your left. And it's like she's trying to make a point to them, like they're not going fast enough. And she talks about how happy she is, but when she's walking, it's a little bit angry. Ooh. I mean, she's always by herself, so maybe that's it, But maybe people would invite her over and include her a little bit more if she was a little nicer. I mean, on your left is really not a nice way to talk to someone. Ooh. Watch the sigh that Debbie does. It's a very relatable sigh.
God, look at where I am now. You're about to meet my family.
That is the sigh of someone who has gotten every annoying question you could ever get about being single from a family. Like, she's like, about to meet my family. The people that ask me if I'm even trying when they ask about my dating life. Okay, Debbie, you can do this, D-Meister. You can do this. Come on, JTrain. You're going to be good. You're bringing home a really good-looking older guy, appropriately aged. He's a good guy. He's got a job. Here we go, D. She says it doesn't get bigger than that. And look at Mel's like, oh, now that you mention it, this is a big deal. Okay, yeah. Of course I can't wait to meet your family. Didn't really think it through. I didn't really think meeting the family of a woman who's never been married at age 65. I guess this is the biggest thing that's ever happened to this family.
The last time
Can't wait.
we talked, I told you I was, falling for you. And I just
And while Debbie's giving her speech, an announcement happens on the loudspeaker.
I'm still feeling the same way.
This woman can't catch a break. She's trying to be like, I remember I said I love you, and they're like, number 52, your fries are ready. Like, if I were her, I'd freak out. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to close the deal here. We're back at Deb's family house, which looks like it's from the Wonder Years. They're doing a barbecue, and this crew's hanging out. I mean, these four look like they've yelled at every Walmart manager that's ever existed in the history of Walmart managers. I mean, these guys look like they yell at women on Twitter for being not funny. Like, this is quite a group. And here comes Mel and Deb. Big hugs like they haven't seen her for 1,000 years. Mel's going to stand behind awkwardly, as most men do. That's the male move. Women hug, men stand behind and laugh to themselves. Like these guys are all doing the laugh to themselves move. Just, hey, yeah, people saying hello. Look at us. We all say hello and we laugh. And we're happy because we're here. You can tell right away it's going to be an easy one for Mel. Look at, he gives the brother the flowers, and that is the funniest thing he's ever heard in his entire life. He's like, a man giving me, a man, flowers. Ah, this guy is great. Debbie, marry him. This is the guy. Mel is going to win their hearts very easily. Except for maybe this one. She's already given him the look. No, he's winning. He's good. Look at that sister's like, are you the one that's gonna make it so Debbie stops calling me every Sunday to cry? Get in here. They're having a barbecue, and look at where Mel ends up. Yeah, Mel is definitely the guy who hovers over the guy who's cooking, telling him how he would do it, and that he should flip the burgers, and that he's losing a lot of the juices. Like, this is the most annoying spot at the barbecue that anyone could be. If you stand here, you're annoying. So Mel showing a lot about his personality, with his first stop being over the shoulder of the guy who's making the chicken and burgers. And they show the spread, and I don't know if this is a family I'm joining. You got this vegetable crudité thing going on, and then a second crudité vegetable thing? I don't know. Where are the chips? Where are the dips? Where are the Tostitos? Where are the hot dogs? Where are the sausages? Where are the steak dips? I see 4 burgers and more people than burgers. I see this and I'm going, yeah, you guys did a lot. Cool. Is the other food in the back or on another table? Is there another table I missed? Now Mel brings them outside to dominate them in a game of catch. He asks who the better athlete is, and then he no-look passes to one of the brothers. I mean, Mel has this guy in a tizzy. He has him wrapped around his finger. He's like, I can't believe I'm playing catch with a real NFL player. And then look at the athletic brothers, this guy. This is the athletic one in his khakis and his polo. Mel looking like the Heisman Trophy with these two nerds. They are going to eat up anything he says on this hometown. Debbie says to her sister that she's fallen for Mel.
I've fallen for this guy, and I told him that.
This is the face of a sister who has heard about over 150 men that she has fallen for. And she is doing everything she can to look happy for her and supportive and not say the wrong thing. Look at that is a professional sister of a single woman face. Just look happy, look excited. Yes, he's great. We're going to be okay.
He didn't say it, but
he didn't say I love you.
He just said, well, I really like you so much.
Oh, I really like you. That's the same as an I love you. Yeah, totally. The sister is doing the Lord's work. I mean, I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to smile. Yeah, I like you. That's a good thing. A lot of head nods. Now we go back to the brothers.
You and Debbie. So what is
the easiest questions ever?
What's attracted you to Debbie?
You know why? Because she's so sincere.
When you haven't seen her for
look at they sincere, and then they move on. Okay, that's enough for me. Next question.
Do you look forward to seeing her?
Oh,
do you look forward to seeing her? Compare this to the daughter of Peg, and this is like easy A. Do you look forward to seeing her? Oh, come on. Yeah, of course. That's enough for me. Welcome to the family. Mel says he's going to throw one more pass.
I got to catch the last pass.
A lot of pressure. If someone said to me, one more throw, you got to catch it, I'd be crapping my pants. And then he catches it. If I was on camera catching it like this, I'd walk into the woods. I'd never to be seen again. Big woolly beard. I'd be like, no, I can't be seen. And look at, he is so, Mel, this guy would take a bullet for Mel. He's like, oh man, Mel's the coolest. And he threw me the football and I caught it. I could play, maybe I could play a little bit for the Rams. Then Debbie sits with her sister Donna, and you can tell this girl in the background really wanted to be a part of the conversation. She's like, I got a TikTok that I really want to get off the ground. And then this sister Donna was like, no, this is sister time. You're out. She boxed her out pretty big time. This girl, she's not even in the conversation. Honestly, if I'm her, I'm getting up. I'm going to the coup d'etat. We're not going to see or hear about your Etsy account. You're out. Donna's in charge. You can tell that Judy's the sister she goes to, and Donna's the annoying sister, because listen to Donna.
Multiple people. Yeah, all I want is for Debbie to have her someone.
Yeah, okay, we know. Like, Debbie doesn't need to hear that. All I want is for Debbie to have her someone. Yeah, I know. That's why she went on a TV show and competed against 24 other women to try and date one guy who can't form a complete sentence. We're trying here, Donna. Judy is the rock of this family, no question.
I would love more
like
than
even when
anything
Debbie's
for
kind of
Debbie to
annoying,
find a
she
partner.
keeps it stable.
He is everything I've ever wanted and more.
And you feel he's sincere.
I feel he's very sincere.
She talks to her
I see
like
in his
she's a
eyes.
toddler.
Every time we're together,
She's like,
it
he's
just gets
sincere.
better and I don't know, Judy.
Like even
It sounds like
if my sister just did that to me, I don't know, Judy. I'd be like, oh my God, look at Judy
it should
keeps
happen, Debbie. And
Keeps
we're
it
all
positive.
Team Debbie. I know, I feel it.
We're
so
all
much.
Team Debbie. Look at,
This
she's
is
all positivity, no questions. Sisters of unmarried sisters should take classes from Judy. She'd get up there, she'd be like, no questions. Just keep repeating your Team Debbie or whatever their name is and hug their hand, squeeze their hand tightly. That's all you got to do. This is the moment where Mel is about to leave and he has to decide, is this the family I want to spend half my holidays with? And I got to say, if I'm Mel, I'm like, I don't know, this is exhausting. I'm kind of the star of the show. Like, you got this relative who just stares off into nowhere and is going to be a tough conversation. You got the two brothers who are in love with him and all they want to do is talk about football, which he's okay with, but it gets to be a lot. You have this sister breathing down your neck, asking questions about finances and your kids that you really don't want to deal with. So I don't know. And you got Debbie, who's just attached to you. Like she's going to be like a labubu hanging from you. So I don't know. I would have a lot to think about if I was Mel. Mel and Debbie finished the hometown by sitting on the signature Bachelor outside of the house bench, the one that they bring in for every hometown. They should sell these at Home Depot. Like, here, you can buy a Bachelor bench used for breakups and awkwardly waiting for a ride away from a family that you kind of don't want to talk to anymore. Why does her house look like a church, like, function center? It looks like a lot of bingo would happen there.
To go. I just feel sad.
I'm not going.
Debbie does the I don't want you to go
My
thing
feelings have grown so
that
much for Mel today.
girlfriends do, and then you have to spend 10 minutes joking around about how you're not going to go, and I don't want to go either, but really you want to go fart in the car, so you're like, oh, how long do we have to play this game? Mel seems to be a pro at it.
Say goodbye.
He did a quick joke, and then you can see he's pushing away. He's like, okay, car's here. It's fart time.
I'll see you back there.
And Debbie's she is in. Like, Mel, you can't go to Fantasy Suites with that look coming at you. No. Debbie says goodbye to Mel. I mean, that back, Debbie, I got to start taking her classes. She is in incredible shape. And then she blows a kiss. No. I would want to know about this if I were Mel. Like, hey, can you tell me if she blows a kiss at the car as it's driving away with no way of me seeing it ever? Like, I would be like, no, she likes me too much. I didn't even know, there's no way of me knowing about the kiss. Why would she do that? I would have to end it right then and there. I'd be like, okay, you're a little bit farther ahead than me. Final hometown with Cindy.
And she always has little quips.
I mean, Mel really doesn't know much about these women. He just said she's funny and she has these little quips. That's what you say about someone you met at a networking event for an hour. Like, he's about to get maybe engaged. Also, is he putting on more and more bracelets, like, by the hour? Like, by the end of this show, he might have an arm full of bracelets. Like, what are these doing for him? What does he think these bracelets... Like, what magical properties does he think these bracelets are going to do for him? What golf-related thing are these bracelets going to help? Cindy is in. Listen to her.
So much. I can't stop thinking about it. I saw the full moon, and I thought, wow, the last time I saw the moon was in the telescope with me. I hope he's remembering that.
No, I mean, I can promise you he's not remembering that, Cindy. He looks at the moon, and he's like, what time is the Michigan football game? He's not going... Oh, that's the same moon I looked at with Cindy. I know she's hopeful.
As much as I've been thinking about him.
He's thinking about you. I mean, right now he's thinking about you. He's like, her name, Cindy. That's her name. Her name is Cindy. That is not Debbie. Cindy. Just remember, don't mess this up. I know it's 3 women. You've never done this before, and you're getting a little older, but it's Cindy. Remember, Cindy. Cindy says maybe we'll go to my apartment.
Maybe we'll go up to my condo.
Oh, where is it?
So.
And then he asks, where is it?
Yeah.
And you see the green patch.
This is the conversation 2 people on a date have when they have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
See, that's the building. That's the one. No, to the left, to the right, behind it. Oh, never mind. I'll show you later. Yeah, like, why? This is what you're talking about? You have
I want Mel to
very little time together and you might get engaged. Stop talking about the geography of the city of Austin. Let's get to it. Let's learn about each other's kids. So Cindy is meeting with her 3 daughters who are hot enough to do a TikTok account where they all dance together and get a massive following for their 15-second dances. And there's the son-in-law, Fred, who, oh my God, this guy batted up. Look at what, he's with a supermodel
and my soon-to-be son-in-law.
Oh, and son-in-law Alex. I mean, these guys will not say a word. They will do whatever the hottie daughters say.
What are you guys up to? Okay,
They're not going to ask a single question. Mel's like, yeah, I can't lean on the son-in-laws on this one. They are just going to be here eating and nodding. God damn it. Hottie daughters get together with Mom Cindy and have a really touching conversation, and then Mel has the least constructive conversation ever with the son-in-laws. What are these two guys going to ask him that a producer wouldn't ask? Look at this guy's just sitting here not trying to like ruin his own thing. He's like, just make eye contact and don't give away anything and do what you can. You got one of her hot daughters and you're batting out of your league. So just like get through this. Don't mess this up with Cindy. She's going to be your mother-in-law. Just be cool. Be cool. They ask what he's looking for. And then Mel says, I really like college football.
So I can have fun with. It's like, I love college football. And that's the question for me. How's she going to react?
Yeah, look at it. He starts nodding his head. Dude, I wouldn't even move my head. The daughters are about to eat Mel alive. These two guys are like, he said college football. Okay, he sounds pretty awesome. Yeah, I think he's ready. I think he's ready for marriage and to spend the rest of his life with Cindy. We'll tell her. Like this guy, he's like, did you just bring up college football? My wife is about to ruin you. Mel gets really offended about when someone thinks he's old. Watch this.
Can you see yourself in 20 years? Maybe sitting on a rocking chair, maybe doing something active.
So I'm in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
I won't be in a rocking chair.
He just said he won't be in a rocking chair at 86. He's 66 now, and he walks as if he has to take a dump at all times. And he's telling her that at 86, there ain't going to be no rocking chairs. I'm Big Papa Mel. I'm going to be on motorcycles. I'm going to be on bicycles. I'm going to be on all the crotch-related motor vehicles, okay? Because Big Papa Mel don't stop. So after the kid hangout, Cindy brings Mel to her pride and joy, her high-rise apartment in Austin, Texas.
Okay, so what'd you think of the kids?
And she asks him what he thinks of the kids. Like, what's he going to say? I don't know. The daughters really didn't wow me. The son-in-laws, they like college football, so they're pretty cool. I got to say, most of the kids, just not enough bracelets. I'm more of a bracelet guy, you know? So I don't know if we'll really connect. What's he going to say? They sucked? They were great. Cindy's trying to get Mel to say the L word, love.
I'm not going to big L you.
And she brings him to the roof deck.
What do you think?
Which is the move of every man in his 20s who's moved to New York City. They bring out the roof deck to try and close the deal. Except those guys are trying to get a makeout and bring you back to their apartment. Cindy's trying to get Mel to say anything other than,
I'll tell you
you're
why
great.
This is why I'm asking this
She's
question.
looking for more than a you're great. Maybe an I like you.
Great.
I don't know.
They're like,
I don't know
"Are
if the
you
roof deck's
sure?"
enough. Mel gives her absolutely nothing. She's like, I'm going to get picked, either you or someone else, and I hope it's you. And he goes, that's why we're here. That's what this show's all about, which is the best answer anyone could give to, like, what are we doing on The Bachelor? It's like, yeah, that's why this whole show was built. I'm going to kiss all of you with my eyes wide open, and at some point I'll tell you to go home or I'll give you a rose. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So that's why I don't have to say much. And look at Cindy's like, got me again. Mel then leaves the roof deck and looks like he got lost on the way down. He's like, so you're going to finish your drink up here? I got to get going. He looks like a dad who really needs the bathroom. Is it this way?
And I divorced. It hurts.
Just
So
that door's locked. Like,
complicated.
no, that's not a way out, Mel. It's the other way. You got to go walk past her again and tell her that you're not sure about saying the L word. That's pretty
Three
awkward.
great women. They're all deserving.
Mel gets out of there. He's like,
It's
phew,
going to be a really difficult.
escape that one.
decision.
We're here at the rose ceremony. Mel's taking his Suburban into the event. He's sitting with his hands on his knees. He looks very much like me when I put my phone in my pocket and I'm like, okay, we're going to go 5 minutes without looking at the phone. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, you're going to keep your hands on your knees. No phone. You do not have a problem. You're not an addict. You can go 5 seconds without looking at the phone. And the women are here. The ladies, when Peg and Cindy went with a silk number, Debbie left nothing to chance. She's like, peacock gonna peacock tonight. I'm wearing sparkles. The cleavage is gonna be out. That's right. I'm bringing the closers. We're gonna make this happen. Elle starts the rose ceremony by acknowledging the podcast.
I had my own personal mea culpa.
This is like the speech the guy gives at the end of the movie, except it's being done in 3-word sentences.
And right here before me. Beautiful, accomplished, brilliant, spiritual.
He always throws in the spiritual. He's like, I just got to remind you, spiritual guy. I know you think I'm football, lunkhead, but I wear bracelets. So remember, spiritual, which means, yeah, butt stuff. On you, on me, all the holes. They're all options. Just remember that when I say spiritual, it's every hole. Between Cindy and Debbie, 65 years young, never married, no kids. Cindy gets the rose. Oh my God. Someone call Debbie's sister Judy. We need a Judy call. Someone call Judy. Do not call her twin sister. That seems a little judgy and a little annoying. We need Judy on the phone. Debbie's going to need a full Judy. She's going to need Judy. We should have had Judy waiting in the wings just in case with chocolates and tissue paper and 2 Snuggies, and they could have just gotten right into Judy time. It's going to be okay, Debbie. You're going to be great. Debbie is walked out by Mel. Look at how fast he's moving now.
Very, very difficult.
Mel's gait is totally different when he's leading a woman to an Uber after he's dumped her than it is when he's on his way to meet their family. And they hit the breakup bench. It's back. Look they even put a cushion on it. Good for the Bachelor producers. They're like, this one's probably going to take longer than the normal breakups. They're like, I think Debbie's going to really, settle in. So let's put a cushion on that breakup bench. And Mel's going to try and 3-word sentence her into understanding why he made his decision. Mel sees Debbie off in the Suburban. He tries to look like he's crying, even though he's not. That's a dude move. Bow the head, touch the nose. A little bit of I'd cry if I could. Debbie, gonna go into her speech about always a bridesmaid, never a bride. She heads home to the wedding dress in her closet. She's hurting. She's got to be the next Bachelorette. This is the next Golden Bachelorette. I've made a lot of fun jokes. We've had our fun. Make her the next Golden Bachelorette. Come on. The guy who's doing this live stream from a friend's apartment thinks that the next Golden Bachelorette should be Debbie. And that's it for the Golden Bachelor. And that's it for me. I'll be back next week. Hit the share button, follow, all that good stuff. Tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm also doing recaps on my YouTube channel. Go, go, go. I do episode recaps where I go through the show a little bit more long-winded, a little bit more thoughtful than this just jokey jokester. So go to my YouTube, subscribe to that. Back next week. Boom. Hello and welcome to the Rose Rehash. Hometowns is my favorite episode. I just think it has the most unintentional comedy. It has family members that never wanted to be on TV that are now kind of dragged in, and some don't show up. There's some seasons where the family's like, no, we're out. This isn't for us. And I always appreciate that. And also it tells the story. I want reality in my reality TV smoothie. It's gonna have production. That's what you sign up for. That's why it's so annoying when someone's like, oh, it's not real. Yeah, it's as real as it's gonna get. When you take a picture and you put it above your head, that's not real. That's from an angle that makes you look better. There's angles, and then we're gonna be able to make our own judgments based on the angles we get to see. And that's the fun of the show. That's why I do this show, the recap, to give you some perspective. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. That's okay. So tonight, easy show to recap. We go to the 3 hometowns. We start with Peg in Vegas at the Firehouse. The Firehouse was very fun, very Peg, very different. It looked like an FHM catalog shoot. Peg looks amazing. It was interesting that the men never came over. None of the Firehouse people wanted to be on TV. They looked very much like, you do your thing. Like, listen, I believe that Peg works at the firehouse, but it felt like she's at a random firehouse that they just found for them to have this date, and she didn't really know the people at this one. Maybe her job in the bomb section of things happens more in an office capacity, because it did feel like she was comfortable there, but it didn't feel like anyone there knew her. And, Mel is being Mel. Mel is giving nothing. Mel wants to have fun and a couple drinks and sit by a beach and maybe be a little active and break a sweat, but he wants no problems here. And Peg and him have this fun date at the firehouse, and then they go back to her house. And it's really going Mel's way. Peg does mention, I want a fireplace, not a firework. She's like more living in the hint, this is serious to me world, because it does feel like she's trying to get into Mel like, hey, this is a real thing for me. I'm not looking to have a breakup after this. I'm not looking to do this just to do this because of the show. So, and it does feel like she's kind of beating her head against a wall. So they go back to her family's house. It's her family. It's her mom, who's like a Bachelor super fan. The mom was great. The brother and her daughter, and the daughter and the boyfriend. She starts with her mom, and the brother sits with Mel, and that's a nothing. There is nothing more fun than seeing the difference between the male conversations and the conversations they have with the women, because he goes with the brother, and it's like, yeah, we're just going to sit and chill, and what are you looking for? And it's a lot of nothing. Then Mel sits with Peg's daughter, and I think Peg's daughter should honestly start a business where she interviews the fiancés of women who are brought home to the family. This woman, it was chess versus checkers. She had every question a daughter who has a single mother should and would ask. She was appropriate and classy. She was thorough without being disrespectful. All the questions she had were just totally on the nose. And I thought she was so great. And the way she was straight up with Mel, but also not mean. She was like, he's a nice man. I can tell. But this is my mom, who I've watched date, go through heartbreak. I see it from, a parent on The Bachelor doesn't really get the angle that a child does. The child has seen the highs and lows, has witnessed it, knows where their mom makes their mistakes in their love life, and is really more of a protector than a parent could be on The Bachelor, because she's watched it and you could see it. And Mel had nothing. Mel was in AP Bio when he should really be in the remedial class. This was just not. And he's a guy with two sons. I don't blame him. I don't think him and the two sons are ever talking about relationships and what they want from it and, what they're looking for in the future. It is not that. They are Michigan football and how's the team doing, and that's it. So he wasn't ready. This was, hey, we have a pop quiz, and Mel going, I guess I'm going to fail. Because he had nothing. He had no answers. Couldn't get through to him. And I don't know if I thought he would have more. I don't even think he's lying. I just think he wasn't prepped for such a real conversation. So we end the date, we end the hometown with just the daughter being like, I'm not getting much here. And Peg, who's hopeful because she's got one, a good-looking guy with a job. He, in the land of older woman looking to settle down with someone later in life, he's got a lot to work with. Whether you want to talk crap about Mel, if he's not your cup of tea, but you'd be wrong to say generally that Mel's not a catch to someone of a certain age. He's got a lot to work with. Whether he can do it, I don't know. I think that's a more respectable feedback to Mel. Can he be in a relationship that is deeper than let's have some beers by the bay? So then he goes to Debbie. Debbie's hometown, Denver, Colorado. They're going to do the hike. They're going to be at Red Rocks. It all makes sense. Debbie then sits down with Mel and tells him a very tragic story. It is that she was dating someone for a long time, and a therapist told her that empowered her to leave that relationship, and then that person committed suicide. And it's it's a sad story. I feel for her. It's like, you want to cry for her. You understand kind of how she ended up on our TVs tonight. Like you understand how hard that would be to get back in the dating game and not feel guilt and regret and all those things. And how much could you have done? This all makes sense. Mel is a listener. Mel takes it in. He says the right things. I don't think Mel knows these people enough to really I'm not trying to trash Mel on this because I don't think anyone, even like talking about it here, like I didn't do any live scream stuff with it because there's nothing to do. There's nothing fun there. And so I don't know how anyone, how anyone would be able to react better than Mel did. I don't know what even to say, but maybe just knowing them more would be more, who knows? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. So we move on from that. We know Debbie a little bit more, and then we go to her family. Her family is so family of woman they are cheering for, woman that hasn't been married, and maybe we got one. They're all Judy, the sister. She has two brothers, a twin sister, and Judy. Judy's the rock of the family. You can tell. Judy just is a professional sister of a single woman. She never asks questions. She doesn't get too deep. She's just there. She's receiving. She's, squeezing a hand. The twin sister, Donna, I could tell would probably be annoying. Donna going on and on about, I just wish Debbie would find someone. That's a little self-serving, in my opinion. Like she's just saying how much she cares about her sister. Like, we get it, Sister Donna. We get it. You cheer for Debbie. We get it. Judy was a saint. The two brothers playing catch with Mel was hilarious. The two brothers who, like any two brothers of that age, who, here's the thing Mel has with any man around his age. He has personal relationships with professional athletes that they know and love. So Mel's going to be able to tell you about the big game and what that quarterback is up to now. Mel can have any man his age wrapped around his finger in 5 seconds. That's why it's so fun to see him with the daughters of the women he's trying to date. Because these daughters, it's like seeing Superman around kryptonite. Because him with Peg's daughter, you're like, oh, you got nothing. There's no football stories. There's no, oh, yeah, I played in the LA Coliseum. Like, what? You can see the brothers. He's throwing a football with one of the brothers. The guy's like, I better catch this. I can't miss it. So he ends the Debbie date at this like all-American barbecue type of date. And it goes well. It goes great. You can tell if he married Debbie, no questions asked. He could be Mel. No one's going to disagree with him about anything at the dinner table. He's going to be King Mel with Debbie, which is interesting because he ends up losing, ends up giving up on the Debbie relationship. And, I do think part of that is, I think Cindy, well, we'll get to Cindy's hometown date before we get to the ending. But so Cindy, then we go to Austin, Texas. I would say this was a Three Bears situation as far as the show is concerned. You had Peg's family was tough. You had Debbie's family was easy, and Cindy's was somewhere in between. She's got her 3 daughters. The daughter does kind of take Mel and question him a little bit softer than Peg's daughter. He gets to hang out with the 2 son-in-laws who are like, she loves football. Like, he gets the easy conversation with the son-in-laws. And then Cindy puts a hard push on Mel to open up. And Mel is a steel box. Like, he ain't going to do it. She even brings him to the roof. She's like, I want the L-bomb. I'm looking to get the L word. Like, and you could see on Mel's face, like, I'm not giving this up, but like, also like, it felt like a preview of what's to come. It felt like we are getting like, yeah, at some point on this show, the cameras turn on Mel and go, what do you got? Open up. Let's see it. And we're starting to see how he's going to refuse that, how he is refusing that. We go to the rose ceremony. Debbie goes home. It's very heartbreaking. She's, she keeps it together. She does her plea to be the next Golden Bachelorette. I think she would be great. I think she'd be relatable to, the power of the Golden show is that it's not just relatable to people in their 60s. It's relatable to me in my 40s. It's relatable to anyone that is still dating, way more so than the regular Bachelor or Bachelorette. And if you're never married, no kids at 35, you see yourself in Debbie, never married, no kids, 65. So I think she would be a fantastic Golden Bachelorette. She's also fun. She's beautiful. She's aspirational. She's a businesswoman. I think she would be fabulous. It is interesting that he'd be king of the family, but he chose to be king of the relationship. I think Debbie would challenge him. And I don't think Mel wants to be challenged. I think, with Peg and Cindy, they kind of are in awe of Mel, and I think he likes that. I think he likes to be number one. The family doesn't really matter as much as the one-on-one thing. So that's the recap. It's, short because Hometowns is pretty easy. And, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, feedback, whatever you want. So, and share this with a friend who likes The Bachelor. Boom. Bye.